Sxmmnz produced.
What's good with it? It's your boy Sxmmnz.
It's your boy Dane.
It's Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast.
Bang, 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 bang.
It's been a minute, niggas. I say we had season 1.
Yeah.
We in season 2 now and shit. Nah, niggas had to take a break. Whatever. A lot of changes going around. I recently moved. Shit, and it's just trying to make it happen. Just settling into my new spot. Handling business out here, to try to get to it.
Yeah, out here.
Yeah,
It was a journey. It was
out
a
here
journey
next to the mountains, got a nice view and some shit.
Peace and quiet.
I'm away from the hood.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a little upgrade situation.
Yeah. I seen pulling up, man. You see they got a whole little section. They making tacos and some more stuff out there on the right on the street, man.
They must just set up.
Man, it's by the what's that? The King Tut liquor store.
That's going back that way, ain't it?
Yeah, but it's like, they got a whole little taco setup. It's like 5-6 little vendors over there. It look like it's
Look lit.
Yeah, might be dangerous. might be.
Yeah, that's it's funny because like it's you go down a couple lights, like it changed drastically. Like you go past this lights going to where I'm at. It looks very safe.
Yeah.
Past those couple of lights, like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I gotta get gas. I'm going to the one at this.
Yeah, I'm
going
gonna go over here. I'm gonna go by Walmart because this shit don't look. But yeah, I'm out here in the cut. Just trying to make shit happen. What's been going on with you, man?
Nothing much, man. Same old. Like I said, off camera. My last few days before I jump back into school, man, I started my master's program.
Congrats,
next
man.
month,
I've been watching you for a minute. You've been hustling and bustling, knocking it down. So
yeah, man.
I salute you.
You know, before it was like I didn't know I was gonna be able to go back to college after I dropped out, right? So then I went back. I got my AS. Yeah. Then I was like, you know what? I had to promise my mom and my grandmother that I would do it. Yeah. So I got my AS, and I was like, man, that's for y'all. Yeah. So then I was like, man, I'm going to go get my BS. That's going to be for me. Yeah. Right? Then I said, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to go ahead and get my master's and just level up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
I ain't mad at it,
that's what I'm doing, man. It's a journey. It's going to be a real journey, man. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting, but you know what? I'm ready to knock it out.
School just ain't my expertise
It's for sure not for everybody.
Yeah, it's not for me. Like I'm more of a learn a trade type of person. That's why I know how to work cameras and shit, cutting hair and all sorts of shit. But yeah, that's just me.
But we all need each other. That's what I try to tell people every time. And we like, you know. Everybody's like, we're like a hand. The hand needs the thumb, you know, the index finger, everything. So what you bring to the table, I bring to the table, somebody else brings to the table, and that's usually how things, you know, progress and get done.
Yeah,
so
it's like a digestive system.
Everybody can't be robotic and go the same route.
Yeah.
So
know your strength. You gotta know your strength.
For sure.
And excel in that area. You know?
That's the truth. That's the truth, man. You know what I just seen? On my way over here, man, I seen this lady. You tell me how you feel, cause I seen it was a woman proposing to her man, and the caption it was like the daughter was like, "I would punch my mom in the back of the head."
No, I see that one. No, what it was. That wasn't the daughter. That was just some random chick.
Some random chick.
She like, I'll punch my mom in the back of the head because the mom was proposing to the dad, and I don't know if it was like 2 or 3 kids standing behind the mom. She down on her knee, like I was like, and I'm gonna keep it 100. He looked like a whole bitch, like just like nigga, you should never be holding your hand out like no, that's not a good look, Chief. It's not a good look.
You know what, man? I'm call us old fashioned, but I feel like a man should be a man. Yeah. If you're in a relationship and you ready to take that leap, go ahead and get on your knee, brother. Like, how does that work? That she goes and finds a ring that she thinks that you would like.
I don't know.
And then I don't know. I don't respect it. No disrespect to the person. If you one of those brothers like you want a woman to propose to you, do you? I just don't think it's masculine.
He was probably one of them dudes that'll be with a chick for like 10 years, just dragging that shit out. Yeah. And she was like, man, if you ain't gonna say nothing, I'm gonna say it. Fuck you. Like, you bullshit.
Yeah, man. You know what, man? Society is crazy with the role. Have you seen the role reversal pictures?
Wait. I think that was going on like a couple years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's resurfacing because I've been seeing a lot of people like reposting the pictures and all that, where they take a normal picture where it's the guy and the girl, and then the next picture is the guy wearing the girl's clothes and the girl wearing the guy's clothes.
I'm not doing that. Like, it's like it's not that serious. I think people we're in a society where people will do anything for likes. This world is driven by likes, and it's sad because it's like we're running ourselves into the ground full of anxiety and shit, get lost in depression at that rate. You know what I mean? Like, because you want to look for acceptance and feel like you like you want to look like you're doing something. But the cool thing about it is like there's a difference of looking the part and being the part. You know what I mean? So it's like don't get lost in the sauce out here.
Yeah, you know what I think happened too, man. This whole Tekashi phenomenon. If you pay attention now, Soulja Boy. Once Tekashi got locked up, a lot of people try to take Tekashi's place, right? Soulja Boy done jumped out every week. He doing something crazy, looking crazy. Tory Lanez is jumping out.
Game out.
You got cats throwing purple stuff in their hair, and now they're rapping with that how Tekashi was always screaming. Now they're taking his style and all that stuff. And to me, I really don't like it, that whole troll movement, because it's it's really, really unnecessary. Some people might say it's entertaining.
It can be entertaining sometimes.
Yeah.
It was entertaining with Drake.
Yeah,
like,
now that was funny.
It was naturally funny.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, all right, like when you're just trying to keep on doing it, it's like,
it's not. It's not. So the whole attention, grabbing thing is crazy. It's enough to make you want to just cancel the whole person.
It's like I said, people do anything for these likes. Yeah. And their world, their existence is powered by likes. Yeah. What can I do to get attention today? Yeah. Like, everybody wants attention, and it just looks sad. Like I said, you're gonna run yourself into the ground with being full of anxiety, and ultimately start getting depressed out here because you might not get certain type of likes that you want. When it's like sometimes people they get the sauce and then they pop it for a little bit, but then when you start to dwindle down and people ain't checking for you no more, it's like shit.
Yeah, it get ugly out here. You mess around and look like, oh boy, what's his name? Jussie
Smollett.
Yeah.
Don't be out here trying to get beat up. Like don't
for attention.
Don't beat yourself up for attention. Like figuratively and literally.
For real.
So yeah, it's been a lot going on since I know Jussie. He's somewhere chilling, smiling like.
No, he's not smiling. They hit him with like 16 felony counts or 10 felony counts today.
I just seen that shit. Oh, I just seen that shit before he got here. Yeah. Because I know the other day he was probably chilling like, get them niggas. See, R. Kelly and Michael Jackson, like, get them niggas right there. Yeah. Nigga creeping out. Like, nigga, ain't nothing to do with me.
Out the back door.
He was like, I ain't me.
We're what? 4 months into the year?
It's been
3-4 months into the year.
It's been hectic, like off the rip. Yeah, but I get it. I don't know, like, do you feel that he deserved jail time?
Jussie? No.
Yeah.
No. He didn't. Listen, he didn't physically hurt nobody. This, that, and third. He made a false report. I think he should get like a heavy fine. Yeah. Like a really, really heavy fine. Definitely. Maybe some community service, something like that, man. But the jail time, that's. I think he's a little extreme. He's being embarrassed enough.
Yeah.
Hit him with a fine. Hit him with some community service.
He don't get no work like that no more.
He's already committed career suicide. Mm-hmm. So I don't think he is, but I do think that there's a possibility with the, like 10 to 16 counts of felony charges. There's a good chance that he might end up serving like a year, 6 months or something like that in jail. So
yeah, I don't feel like he deserves jail time, but he do deserve to be penalized for that. Yeah. And because he was playing with some heavy forces, like as far as racism and prejudice towards the LGBT community.
Yeah,
like you can't be playing with that because now people emotions is invested. People turning up. Yeah, and shit. When people get turned up, anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen.
And it's like I seen a community activist. Well, I want to say, I think it was like one of the black pro-activists in Chicago. Mm-hmm. He said that it was dangerous what he did because it could have started a race riot. Yeah. And I agree 100% because he tried to say that they were saying this was MAGA country. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? People already got issues with the MAGA hat, with Donald Trump and all of that stuff. And I'm going to tell you like this, I got an issue with it, but I don't want nobody getting hurt off of you being like, oh, these people did something to me. Because right now, the way the state of our country, the division and all that, you got knuckleheads on both sides. Yeah. Somebody gonna retaliate, you know what I mean, to do something dumb. So like I said, he needs to be held accountable for, what he's done.
If you don't go that far, like, he could, all I know is that he is not qualified to be a director. Because, nigga, if you want to cast for somebody to jump you and yell out MAGA, come
get a white person.
You get the niggas of all niggas. You get Nigerians. Yeah. Like, nigga, like, come on, you don't get more black than that. Like, not saying color wise, but just like African descent and whatnot. But it's like you don't go grab two Nigerians and get yourself beat up on some racial shit like that. That's just wild, like bro. Like you cannot be a director. You're like, if he had any aspirations of like excelling in the entertainment business and directing some shit like that, that's just shot down. You definitely don't need to be casting nothing. Because you just failed at that just miserably.
When he got out there, I promise you, Joe Budden. I gotta give Joe Budden credit because Joe Budden was the first one that was like, the nigga lying.
Yeah, I didn't see it at first.
I thought something was up when I read one of the TMZ captions and he said that he was the gay Tupac.
Yeah, he was just.
I said
he was gonna laugh with it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like the gay, like what, like.
Yeah.
Like how, like.
Yeah.
I'm like, number one. I don't know, nigga. I don't even like you just can't be going out there just throwing some weird shit like that out there. Yeah. You're supposed to get beat up, and then you go to a, I don't know if it was a club, a function, whatever the case. And
it was one of his shows because he's a singer. You
know? So it's like you turn it like you don't boast about getting beat up. I'm just sorry, like I'm not about to boast about that.
You got to see the clip because he was like, they did this to me, they did that to me, but I fought back, and everybody cheers. But he was like, I'm the gay Tupac.
Hey, them Nigerians was buff as fuck. Like, nigga, like what fighting did you do? Them niggas, I know one of them niggas was dope and bing. Like, nigga,
that was his people, man. So he was like, don't hit me that hard.
Yeah, it's like, nigga, like you really believe us to like. Yeah. Like, nah, you did not hold your own.
And they gave up everything. When the police started talking to him, they was like, he paid us $3,500, this, that, and the third. They was like, we are not going down with you. No, it's not necessary. That attention, whatever he wanted it for, it's not necessary, man. Just work hard and let the pieces fall where they fall, because I guarantee you, hard work always pays off. Yeah. If you aim high, even if you miss that target, you're still going to land someplace successful. Yeah. You know, and right now he killed his career because people aren't going to do business with him after this. You know, we may see him maybe 5, 10, 15 years from now doing something and say, oh, isn't that dude? But right now,
he
as bad as it looks, oh, man,
he have to wait and hope people forget.
Yeah, it's
like just pray that some more fuckery happen in between the time.
Yeah, because like I said, he like you said, he kind of got taken out of the limelight because of the R. Kelly fiasco and the Michael Jackson documentary.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Michael Jackson documentary.
I kind of really pieces.
Yeah, I kind of really didn't want to see it. But all of the people that I follow that are pretty credible, with their opinions and all that stuff, they were saying that they lacked facts
and evidence.
Yeah, it was more so an opinionated piece.
Yeah. It was one sided because number one, Michael ain't here to defend himself. And two, it's just you're just telling their story.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel that we should actually pay attention to these things? Because like with the R. Kelly thing, they're bringing up Elvis, they're bringing up all these other people. Should we be demonizing these people even though they're no longer here?
I feel as that.
Or should you just let it lie?
I honestly, I feel like if there's cold facts, it should be brought to the light.
Okay.
Because it shows that just because something glittered doesn't mean it's gold. And people get lost in the shimmery lights and stuff, where somebody just starred them and think that they can't do no wrong. Because a lot of times people create their own perception about people, especially with celebrities. Think that they're this, that, and the third. So I feel that if you're going to present anything as far as shooting somebody down that's gone, at least have some cold evidence that you can prove prove your statement. Because I think it's worth for people to know, just moving forward and learn a lesson out of that situation. That's just me.
I know. I agree wholeheartedly with that. I believe that it is good because the entertainment industry is so twisted and so messed up, man, that there are people being damaged by it. If you look at all of our childhood kid stars, the majority of them are twisted. There is something going on behind the scenes that is destroying these kids. Look at Orlando Brown. He's a hot mess every time. He's sweating. He's on drugs. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like the dude is, he's obviously a talented person to a comedian. But he's so twisted that it looks bad. But like I said, we have to bring these things. I believe we should talk about these things. I just feel bad for Michael Jackson's legacy, just because I think I read yesterday that they banned his music overseas.
They're banning his music. It's crazy because it's like we gotta keep it 100. Me personally, if they would have had some type of facts, some evidence proving that he did what he did, what they're claiming, I wouldn't have been surprised. Because I'm like, what grown ass man chill with little ass kids like that? That's just weird. Period.
Right.
And anybody, I feel that everybody will agree on that. People try to make excuses saying that he didn't have no childhood. Well, there's a lot of these people that were childhood stars, whatever, that didn't have a childhood, but they wasn't chilling around kids like that.
Yeah. So
it's like we can't make excuses for shit just being off.
Michael's
and people
weird.
falling for people just fed into the hype, and parents just throwing their kids, and the parents got to get called out for all. Just like between R. Kelly and Michael Jackson, these parents is wilding out. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing?
Yeah.
But in the end, the Michael Jackson and R. Kelly situation is two different scenarios. Number one, there is facts and proof about R. Kelly's situation. Well, Michael, there's no proof, so he can't really sit there and try to hang him in saying that this, that, and the third and cancel him.
Right.
So it's like,
I'll ask you this because Ebro made a point, and I want to see how significant that point is with you. He said that Michael settled a lot with these people. So do you feel that there's some guilt within settling, or is that the settling process within court giving a facade of being guilty?
This was what I hear.
Because would you pay for something to go away if you're innocent?
I answer with this because I hear situations like, not even like nothing like with Charles, whatever. But I remember John Sally. He was on DJ Vlad, whatever, Vlad TV, and he was talking about how someone he was real close with, real cool with. He was never like, it was friendly, whatever. Never nothing happened, whatever. And then one day, like, she tried to like accuse him for sexual assault, whatever.
I remember when he was in trouble for that.
Yeah, and he was like, he didn't understand, and come to find out, like, because she was saying it was him and somebody else or some shit, and it was proven that it wasn't him, but I think I want to say he paid a settlement or whatever, because the court process takes way more. Like it costs way more, and it drags out. So I can understand like somebody settling just to just dead it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you gotta prove the innocence and it's something real crazy like how Chris Brown, they try to accuse him, chick out in Paris or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm about to sue. Like fuck that. You trying to fuck my name over?
Yeah.
And it's just you. Sometimes you gotta go all the way through with it. Like hell no. Like you trying to fuck with my legacy.
Right. And I agree with that. Did you hear about the game?
No.
The game was being sued for sexual assault from one of the females that was on his dating show, right? So they said that
dating show?
Yeah, I don't watch TV like that.
Yeah,
I just read this right on one of the blogs, and it said that he lost, so he had to pay this girl like $700,000. He's not paying her, so they're like, you know, seizing his properties and this and the third to get the money from him. But they said that the only reason why he lost is because he didn't show up to court.
Sometimes you just gotta just show up and like you can't.
You understand what I'm saying?
He
like
shot himself in the foot with that one.
It's crazy. I know that was off topic, but anyways, back to
but
what we were saying. But
it's just like nowadays, it's like if somebody makes an accusation on you, it's just like like fuck that, he's canceled. Like we gotta be careful with this cancel shit. Like like I said, like the Michael Jackson situation is different from R. Kelly. R. Kelly deserves to be canceled. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. The interview, the memes and shit that's coming from it is gold. But
I'm trying my hardest because this is still a human being.
Yeah.
Right? R. Kelly is actually a victim of sexual assault himself.
Yeah.
But he's become a monster in my eyes, right? But I'm trying not to laugh at him and try to like kick him when he's down. But Lil Duval, did you see what he posted today? When he was like, somebody text me, and they was like, you hog-tied him. He said hog-tied him. I don't know how to hog-tie nobody.
The way you said it
is a hot mess, man. It is a hot.
I don't know how to hog-tie nobody.
It's a hot mess.
Like they going in on it. I knew it was coming too, because the way like the performance he's putting on,
the passion.
Hey, he should have been director Jussie Smollet.
Use your mind.
Like he should have been director Jussie Smollet, little self.
Oh yeah.
It would have been executed correctly.
Yeah.
Because he like what killed me when I knew it was about to just be on, when he had put that Denzel voice on. What the fuck she asked him? He said absolutely. He was like absolutely. Like like this nigga's getting the Oscar. You deserve an Oscar.
He sound like he was doing another episode of Trapped in the Closet.
That's what that shit sounded like.
And like how the photographer caught it, like it's to me it
was real intense and like it's funny because I'm watching what was that, Good Day, Good Morning, I don't know what show
Good Morning America.
Like the host on there, they're like wow, it's just he's really like they're like really shocked and baffled. I'm like, well, when somebody's, I don't know if he's telling the truth or not, but when somebody's passionate about something, that's not no. That's not different. That's not weird for somebody to act like that.
So well, you got to understand we're black, so we're used to yelling. And not being mad at each other. It's passion. We call it passion. I get what he was doing. I don't believe him. I feel like he was trying to do a good job to kind of sway the people into feeling some type of way for him. But nah, bro.
Even the chicks, they wasn't even convincing.
You know what? Yeah, I believe that the reason why I believe that it's a little bit convincing is because I believe that there's a little bit of truth sprinkled into the bullshit. Probably, yeah. It's always a little bit of truth. It's always a little bit of truth because R. Kelly, he candidly told Gail, he said, how are you going to look at me crazy? And you got these fathers out here giving their daughters to me, and they only got mad because I stopped paying.
I didn't even see that part.
Man, go back and look. I caught it. I said, God.
I didn't see the whole thing. I only just seen clips.
Yeah.
But yeah, when the chicks was talking, I'm like, they put him on a good acting show too. Cause it's just, I don't know, the shit was just like all over the place. I haven't seen the full interview, but
it's wild. It's wild. The girl from the girls is wild. But if you when you look at the full interview, they're gonna skip back to Gail being at Good Morning America.
Yeah. And
she talks about how when she was talking to the young ladies, R. Kelly told them that he was not going to be anywhere around when it happened.
I seen that one.
Right.
He coughed.
And they said that he was in the cut around the corner, coughing and making noise so that the girls knew that he was around. And you know what it reminded me of? You remember when Whitney Houston did that interview? And while they were asking her tough questions, the interviewer was like, Bobby Brown was in the living room across from them, looking at Whitney like, you ain't seen that?
Nah.
Well, you had to go on YouTube and look it up. And she even to the point where she asked Bobby, like, do you want to come and join? And he's like, oh, no, I'm good. Yeah. That's a level of controlling.
Yeah.
I'm trying to control you and make sure that you don't say the wrong thing. So I raised an eyebrow when Gail was like, R. Kelly was around the corner, coughing and making noise so that the girls knew he was there.
She was like super calm, like it was like crazy out there. Like, so no, Robert. Like she was.
Well, I put it to you like this.
Like she'll put you to sleep. Like
but I put it to you like this. I think she is so strategic.
Yeah, she was definitely being strategic.
I think she was trying to give him a fair shot at building his case, right? But at the same time, showing the world that I don't believe a thing that you're saying.
Yeah. She was hitting with the prosecution.
Yes, she was.
Like this, it was court.
But she basically got him to hang himself because he gave up some. Like when Charlemagne the God even pointed it out. When he was like, I don't have these women handcuffed and this, that, and the third. Then he was like, and just let them go when they need to go down and go. Yeah, like it was too specific. Like uncle lives down the street. See, but I think what R. Kelly is trying to show you is that I know these families. I have a relationship with these family. These girls are going over here, but it's all good as long as people are being paid. Yeah. So I'm saying right now, lock everybody up.
The parents gotta go, or Kelly.
Everybody go. The people who've been helping, the enablers, everybody who knows
the staff that knew.
Lock them all up.
All that shit is weird. This is I can't comprehend it. But for the most part, as far as that particular situation go, it just looked like a situation of polygamy. As far as those two chicks being with R. Kelly, it's not really too strange or whatever.
It's not.
But what it is what puts him in a suspect light is the age that he started engaging with them at. They were underage. Yeah. So.
And that's what I was going to get to when he was like, the parents gave them to me. They gave them to you at a young age, right? So, like, Gail asked him, she was like, one of the girls, she was like, did you have sex with her before she was 17? While she was 17? He said no. And then he was like, she's 21, she's legal. And she was like, but she was like, you don't understand how old you are. Yeah. Right? So to me, it was like R. Kelly seen her when she was young. So basically what he's saying is this. That's why I say he kept incriminating himself. Yeah. Right? So basically what he said was, okay, I'm 50 years old. This girl is 21. Right? Yeah. I met her when she was 16, 17. So what you're saying to me is that you saw a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, thought that she was bad and waited for her to become legal so that you can mess with it. That's still an issue at your age. Yeah. I drive past high school and I'm like, oh no, I got to get up out of here. You understand what I'm saying?
The thing is, it's highly unlikely that he waited until 21. Like,
I know he ain't waiting until 21, and that's the point that I'm making. All men have eyes, right? Yeah. And you see these girls and this, that, and the third, and they're developed, and even... Yeah. So, like I was saying, his age compared to when he met the girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I was saying, is all men have eyes, right?
Yeah.
And these young girls are becoming very, you know, developed and all of that stuff. And like I said, even when you're like driving down the street, this, that, and the third, and you may be passing a high school when the schools are getting out, this, that, and the third, you may see some girls and you're like, oh, whoa, whoa. But no man in his right mind is like, I'm about to pull over and go to this McDonald's and just hang out real quick.
Yeah, that shit.
We're not doing that. We're like, we're sitting there. We're like, oh my God, that's old enough that these kids is old enough now to be one of my children or my daughter's friend or this, that, and the third.
Shit.
That's man.
Posting up at the McDonald's.
And that's what he
come get that Sunday.
He made bail and went to the McDonald's that he always hung out at.
Yeah, that nigga wild. Throw that nigga under the jail. He needs to go away. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That nigga did that shit. Yeah. So
I believe it. As when she asked him, do you like younger women? He said, I like all women.
Yeah, he tried
as long as they legal.
Yeah, he tried to deflect it. But it's just like, bro, like we seen the documents of you forging Aaliyah. This
people done seen videos.
You nasty, my nigga.
It's just you got nasty problems. You need help. And then he said, I need help. Gail said, what do you... Well, then tell me, what do you need help? Because she thought she was about to get a breakthrough,
Yeah.
This fool gonna say, I need help because I got a big heart.
So I need help not, like, having to be some bullshit. I'm like...
Yeah, man.
I'm like, yo, like, you gotta...
It's
I don't know. It'll be one thing if he owned up to it and just like, man, I really need help.
Well, he can't own up to it now because if he admits guilt, right?
He gone.
He's still gonna get about 30 years.
But regardless of it, it's just as far as like
he's getting 70 because he said not guilty. So if he does not get a guilty plea before the trial starts and he is found guilty, they're gonna hit him with the maximum. That's 70 years.
Yeah, he was gonna see some time anyways. But I'm saying as far as like still having like your dignity and respect out here. Yeah. Like just admit and just say
and then people have just been like he's sick, he needs help.
You know what I mean? But I don't know, like you gotta watch out for these people out here. It could be in your everyday life, it could be your teachers, it could be your auntie, your uncle. You remember I sent you that clip, I think it was on it was actually on Hot 97 with Ebro and Roosevelt. Or not Roosevelt, Rosenberg.
You know what? And it was crazy because at work today, I listened to the whole thing. Oh, my goodness.
She was wilding. So it was this chick, they was taking calls on there saying, have you ever dated somebody that was older than you while you were still in her age? And this one chick called, and she was, what grade was she in?
She said she was a sophomore?
Something. It was some shit. She was
14.
Like,
she was 14.
She was 14, whatever, and she was talking to her math teacher on the low.
Right.
Long story short, the math teacher got caught up because he was messing with numerous of girls that was underage. He goes away for 17 years. She keeps in contact with him during the whole time. He gets out. And they're either married or on their way to get married.
Getting ready to get married.
And
she's 31 now, so basically she's our age.
Yeah. So so Ebro, it was looking like, wait, what? Like the fuck?
She said she's in love.
He's like nobody really understands. I'm like, nah, bro.
But it just shows you the damage a young child, the damage a young child's mind can go through when an adult takes advantage of them and has sex with them.
Yeah.
Especially women, especially women because they're more emotionally connected to sexual acts. You understand what I'm saying? Guys, it's less because we're not taught. You know, it's like a badge of honor to get hit this and hit that. But
we're pretty much raised with toxic masculinity.
Yeah, real. Toxic masculinity is real. But for the women, they still are more, delicate than us. And so when you say like an older man gets a younger girl and he performs sexual acts on her, she feels that she's in love. Because like I said with the R. Kelly situation, these girls feel that they're in love. They said that they're like a unit. All of it's them against the world type of thing because they feel that they're in love. But I truly believe the money, the sexual acts, and all of this stuff is the thing that has brainwashed their minds and has been able to control them thus far. You know what I mean? Because that girl waited 17 years. She is actually a victim to his predatory activity.
And she don't even see it.
And don't even see it. She just feel like we had a connection, we're in love, and now I'm old enough and you're old enough. I'm legal, you're legal, we can get married now. And
but the cool thing about it is like during that time, he was messing with other young girls. So I'm like,
he was a predator.
You don't see what the fuck is wrong? Like,
and
you gotta watch out for the people.
And like Ebro said, he was like, do you think that you can have children with him? She said yes. He said, you're not afraid that he's going to have these same urges and these same responses to young women once he's out?
It's just wild. Watch out, like, pay attention with your kids. There's, like I said, there's teachers, there's family members, like, you never know who's out here being a predator. Yeah. Even the parents can be predators, so pay attention, watch for signs.
And a lot of times the predators are the ones that you know.
Yeah. And so, let's say, what do you think about the cancel culture with all this stuff going on?
I'm canceling R. Kelly. I don't know about Michael Jackson. Listen, we know that Mike has been weird, has always been weird, you know what I mean? But I feel that he was damaged as a child mentally by his father, the way that, he was thrown into stardom early. So I haven't seen enough evidence personally for me to say cancel Mike, right? But when you talk about this new found cancel culture where somebody trips and falls and you're like, cancel them. It's not something serious and you're like, cancel them. I'm not 100% with it because the cancel culture is so bad that they're done tore down Michael Jackson statues. They don't put a ban on his music overseas. The radio stations will not play it. They have straight destroyed this man's legacy.
Like
in 2 days, like 2-3 days.
It's crazy because it's like when somebody, like I said, they make an accusation and then that's it for them. I seen something. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but basically about this dude. He was an upcoming college football player. He was about to go pro, and somebody, as soon as he was about to go for the draft or whatever, he got accused for rape, and he had to go. I forget how long he was in there, but then come to find out he was innocent. But his dreams is already gone. Like, he can't go pro now. Like, so just like this whole cancel situation, like, we gotta make sure it's cold facts. Yeah. And it gotta be like solid proof on the act. You can't just be fucking up people.
We gotta treat cancel culture the same way people treat snitches. Yes. You gotta have paperwork, legit facts.
Pretty much.
Saying that this person did what they did, they are who they are, and we're going to proceed with canceling them because they're no good for the culture. You know what I mean? But just hearsay or I feel that this person did it without evidence, I don't believe that is fair.
It's not, because you fuck up people's lives, especially if they have to spend time in prison for something that they didn't do. Yes. And then get out, and then, like, the person that does the accusations, they don't get fined or nothing.
They're going scot-free.
There needs to be a law where if you make an accusation that's a false accusation,
you held accountable.
They got to serve time. Yeah. If somebody get put away and they serve 6 years, you got to serve 6 years too. Yeah. Like, let's keep it even.
Yeah, whatever the punishment for them would have been, we're going to place that punishment on you. I agree with that 100%. I stop people from, lying on people, just for their sick entertainment or whatever you want to call it.
Like, people just don't give a fuck. Like, I don't think people understand the weight of that when you just, such and such did this, that, and the third. and they really didn't, and you don't really
but
have proof.
And it also shows to where we are as a society. People want you to have done something bad so bad.
It's crazy
that a person can lie on you, and then everybody's like, "Oh yeah, he did it, he did it."
Yeah.
No, I don't need no evidence.
Yeah,
he did it. That's
because it's on TV.
Yeah,
like,
it's not.
It's on TV. It's on the news or whatever. Like that's it. Like I said, like you gotta have like cold facts to prove your point. Like it's just a dangerous thing to be doing because it fucks up people's family and so on and so forth. So if you out there counseling people or if you out there making accusations, and you think somebody did something, whatever, make sure you have proof.
Yeah, that's
and then don't be so quick to be out here to jump the gun with if somebody's on the council bus or whatever. Like try to wait till the whole story comes out before you start jumping the gun because it's not fair if they're actually innocent. Like people was really getting ready to cancel Chris Brown, and he was innocent.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's just like it's not fair for nobody.
Yeah.
So y'all need to chill with that.
Well, let me ask you this: with all the things that's going on, R. Kelly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jussie, Michael Jackson, cancel culture, as into getting rid of Kanye West and shutting him down, even though I don't agree with Kanye West. In the midst of all of that, you have a group of white men who have been doing the same exact thing that we're canceling these brothers for. Do you feel that there is a double standard being placed on these situations, that the blackface is being placed as the new, pedophile, the mentally ill, you understand what I'm getting at?
I think it's a case of, like I said before, people they getting blinded by the glitter. Like everything that glitters ain't gold.
Right.
So a lot of times, like with Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, Elvis, like these are major stars. So people they overlook it.
They let it pass.
And then a lot of times people feel that just because they're celebrities, they're lying on them to try to get paid. So that's why a lot of people get let off the hook. But as we're moving forward in times and evolving, we take a look back on situations like Elvis and stuff. It's like, okay, was that actually okay for him to do what he was doing?
Right.
And it wasn't. But what I guess what the situation was in that time is that those were the times. That was just the way society was. Women really didn't have rights like that.
Right.
Black people definitely ain't have no rights. So it's like.
So do you feel that we should still hold them accountable too? So should there be an Elvis documentary?
If there's some cold facts, if there's some cold facts, get them.
I agree.
Get them because, like I said,
no double standards.
Yeah. If there's some cold facts, get them because there's lessons. Don't be blinded by the light of somebody's stardom.
Yeah.
Like just because you think somebody is this, that, and the third, doesn't mean that's what they are. They're just painting this image to be that.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you 100% because the truth of the matter is, if we start coming down on these people, bringing a lot of attention to these things, these might stop people, the next group in the future from doing it because they understand that there are actual consequences to what they do. You know what I mean?
It's like for the longest there wasn't no consequences.
Right.
And like I said, back in those days, women really didn't have their rights like that.
Yeah.
So, and it was cool to marry a young 14-year-old, whatever the fuck. Like it was different times.
Yeah.
And that's why I said before, there's a conversation that needs to be had because there's not no real conversation being had. The culture that was being done then is transcending to current times, and it's like we gotta stop.
It's no longer acceptable.
Yeah, it's not acceptable.
Yeah.
So it's like it needs to be nipped in the butt. But what do you think about Kanye not being able to retire?
I feel like whoever wrote that contract up, it's a cold piece of work.
They cold as fuck.
That's a cold piece of work where you tell
whoever is his attorney needs to get socked.
Well, when I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast and they talked about it, they said that he signed this contract before he was Kanye.
Yeah.
So he was basically like, oh, they're going to offer me some money. I'm on right now. He took it. But even as a lame person, you can look at that contract and they tell you, you can't even retire. I'm not signing that.
What it was loopholes in there. Because it was, I think he was obligated to like 7 albums or something like that. And it has to be to their liking to fulfill whatever their standard is for it to count.
Right.
If it didn't fulfill whatever their needs, whatever, they didn't count it. Right. So it's like little loopholes and shit like that. Yeah. Like that because I think they said this contract was dated back to like 2005 or some shit. 2007. Yeah. So it was like different little loopholes that was made so that they can keep on track.
Yeah, it was basically to be that he will always be a moneymaker for them.
Yeah, like he's not allowed to retire both artist wise and producer wise. It's like what the fuck, like that nigga's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. 100%, that's crazy. You should read every contract that you have. And the crazy part about it is that they're so good at what they're doing. Kanye tried to file his report underneath one of the California statutes or whatever for labor laws. Yeah. And they're like, well, what we're going to do is we're just going to take this up to a higher court. Yeah. Once you go take it up to a higher court, the Supreme Court level, another court higher than what you call it, the California one, it knocks out anything that you're trying to do within that state. So now where he tries what the law that he's trying to stand on is irrelevant once it goes to a higher court. So now he has no ground to stand on because he signed the contract. These people were not playing when it came to Kanye West.
I don't know if he had somebody read that contract.
That's worse than the 360 deal.
Yeah, like, what you mean I can't retire? Like, I'm tired.
We didn't like that album.
Yeah, like we didn't like that. That was more like a mixtape.
Yeah, we didn't like that one. You gotta, we pick and choose which albums. You say a 7-album deal? Yeah. Well, 3 of them we didn't like. Yeah. Oh, we didn't like that one either. So you low key are like a slave to that company. That's tough. You can't retire, so what, he gonna be 80? They gonna still have him out there with pink hair, out there playing the piano,
out there with the church dressed in white.
It's crazy. I feel for him on that.
That's a fucked up situation. Yeah. Regardless of his antics that he been on, that shit is wild. Right there. Yeah. So I don't know. Be careful as far as you new artists. Really get your contracts looked over by a professional. Because you can get locked into some bullshit ass deal where you're either not getting what you should be making or you're just trapped.
Yeah, they gonna give you what you want, but it may not level out. Yeah. You're getting what you want, but on the other hand, in the long run, they're getting way more than you know.
It doesn't make sense. Say they give you a $500,000 advancement. Yeah. But the work you're doing is generating $3 million. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like that's apples and oranges. Like it just don't make sense. So anything else you got? You want to touch on?
No, not for today.
Nothing else was coming to mind. This is our first podcast back. It's been a minute.
It's 6.
It's 6?
6.
Shit, I lost track because we took, like I said, we took a little break. Niggas over just handling shit, just trying to stay above, make life happen. You know what I mean? As you can see, it's something we just got together. I got the do-rag still on and shit, trying to get my waves right. This nigga all dressed up and shit, got the fresh fit and the chain. You know I'm like, fuck it. I'm at home comfortable, nigga. Fuck the bullshit. So it is what it is. I know y'all probably get tired of me because I'm like, y'all probably see me every time. And like, this nigga got a new hairstyle every time. Like, now this nigga got the beard. First this nigga had the hair growing out, froed out. Then he had twisties. Then this nigga cut it. This nigga had a bare face. Now he got like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, this nigga's all over the place. Hey. Well, it is what it is, man. So, until next time, don't shoot the messenger.
Bang, 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 bang.
Salute.